You're just one episode away from sleeping with the lights on. Welcome to Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi.
It's a story that's very common in the state of Wisconsin, and yet is a meme. Drink Wisconsinably. 48.
Oh, they say that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Which means a lot.
It's a fucking different culture. There's an extremely unhealthy relationship there that is so normalized that you don't even recognize problem people or that there is problems until you're like not in that area. Because if it's all you know, it's all you know. And,
yeah, that's true.
And that's when I moved away was like, holy shit. Like what, like how prevalent alcohol is in the culture in Wisconsin. It is unlike any other state. 48-year-old Wisconsin man, Scott Farmer, sentenced to 37 and a half years in prison after his fifth drunk driving conviction led to a crash that killed four siblings. Waupaca County Judge Raymond handed down the sentence on Friday, granting Farmer 342 days of credit for time already served, according to court records. The fatal incident occurred in December 16th of 23 when Farmer drove westbound on the eastbound lane of Highway 10 in Weyauwega. His vehicle collided head-on with a car carrying Daniel Gonzalez, 25, Fabian Gonzalez, 23, and their sisters Lilian Gonzalez, 14, and Daniela Gonzalez, 9. All four siblings died at the scene. Emergency responders found a large bottle of vodka inside Farmer's truck. During the sentencing, prosecutors presented recordings of jailhouse calls between Farmer and his wife that contradicted his courtroom remorse. Well, Farmer told the court he wished he had died in the crash and prayed daily for the victims. The calls revealed a different sentiment. Farmer accused the victim's stepfather of running a sex trafficking ring out of his church. His wife reportedly said God was working through Scott on the day of the crash. They also suggested that immigration checks should be conducted at the courtroom door, noting that many of the victims' family members are from Ecuador. Judge Huber condemned the comments as outrageous and offensive to the court. The victim's mother, Paula Schilling, shared her anguish during the proceedings. Quote, a few days went by and I had to go see them at the funeral parlor, which was the most heartbreaking day of my life, she said through a translator. No one can imagine how I felt seeing all of them lifeless on a cot. In August, Farmer pled no contest to 4 counts of homicide by intoxicated use of a motor vehicle and 1 count of operating a vehicle while intoxicated for the 5th time. As part of the plea deal, 1 other criminal count and 4 pending traffic citations were dismissed. He was initially arrested on multiple charges, including operating with a revoked license, possessing open intoxicants in a vehicle, reckless driving, and driving in the wrong way on a divided highway. According to the criminal complaint, Farmer initially told officers after the crash, quote, I just spun out, unquote, and denied hitting anyone. He became belligerent toward firefighters and attempted to fight hospital staff. Eventually, he admitted to having a lot to drink. Deputies noted that Farmer exhibited signs of severe intoxication, including slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, and difficulty maintaining balance. A blood test revealed his blood alcohol content was 0.346, more than 4 times the legal limit of 0.08 for regular drivers in Wisconsin. Due to his prior convictions, Farmer's legal limit was reduced to 0.02. Farmer has a history of drunk driving, spanned several decades, convictions in 99, 2001, 2006, and 2019.
That whole thing pisses me off so much.
Yeah.
Like, he killed these 4 siblings. 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and you only
know,
get 37 years.
And once he's locked up and he's sober, he's like, well, their dad has a sex trafficking ring out of his church, and, like saying shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, he should be remorseful. My God. Like, I couldn't imagine if my actions, it's one thing if you're driving your car and you get into an accident for, there's a million reasons why you could get in an accident, but you're not intoxicated. And any number of things can happen.
Yeah.
I would feel so much guilt if I wasn't paying attention or something and I caused someone's death.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that I was so shit-faced, I'm driving the wrong way on the highway and plowed into a car and killed 4 people and then have the nerve to be like talking shit on them when you're sober and in jail to your wife. And then we should check everyone's immigration status as they come into the courtroom.
It's just the epitome of just a shitty human being.
Oh my God. That just, as you can tell, that just makes me really angry.
I know. These are the folks who, should have been dead in the accident.
And he's been driving drunk. Like, he didn't learn his lesson in 99 or 2001 or any of those 4 other previous convictions. Like, he's been driving drunk for a really long time. He's obviously an alcoholic. And yet he's the one who seems to be entitled and judgy.
Yeah.
You killed people. Good. Sit in there for 37 years and think about what you did. That makes me mad.
Yeah. I don't know why it's not just, life on this one. Maybe that's the max in the state of Wisconsin that he could have gotten for I don't know. But he's 48, so doesn't really have great odds of ever getting out. So, yeah. There you go. Another drunk story out of Wisconsin.
You're neck deep in a dark, twisted tale. And just as the tension peaks, bam, a commercial about some miracle diet pill breaks the spell. It's like finding a fly in your soup after the first bite. But here's the fix. True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. You get to enjoy your crime stories without the junk. Ad-free episodes, extended interviews that go beyond the surface, and early access to all the gruesome details. It's like swapping out a can of cheap beer for a glass of fine whiskey. So search for True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe and keep the darkness flowing uninterrupted.